If you have these two vitamin deficiencies, you are at higher risk of developing heart disease or heart attacks. Shocked? Watch this video because I'm going to explain you what are these two vitamins. Are you at risk? And if yes, what can you do to save your heart? Hello and welcome to your YouTube channel, My Expert Doctor. I am Dr. Shalini Singh Salunke, your consultant physician. Heart diseases are one of the leading causes of death globally, worldwide. As per 2020 data, around 30% of all global death is due to cardiac causes. In 1990, it was around 13 million deaths, which has increased to around 18 million by 2020. Now, to combat these rising trends, our scientists are working literally hard to find out all the causes related to cardiac issues, which can lead to cardiac problems. In this series only, they have found out two risk factors, two vitamin deficiencies, which surprisingly may increase your chances of developing heart disease in future. Now, these two vitamin deficiencies are very common. People usually ignore it without knowing their association with heart diseases. So that's why I am making this video today to make you understand that these vitamin deficiencies must be tackled appropriately so that you can avoid your increasing risk of heart attacks or heart diseases. In this video, we are going to discuss what are the two vitamin deficiencies which we are talking about, how these vitamin deficiencies contribute in heart attacks, why we get these deficiencies, how to check whether we have these vitamin deficiencies, and how to cure these deficiencies. So let's begin. So let's see our first risk factor, which is vitamin B12 and folate deficiency. These are part of vitamin B complex, which is a water-soluble type of vitamin. Now, how does vitamin B12 deficiency cause heart attack? The research studies published in Biomedicine and Pharmacotherapy journal says that low level of vitamin B12 and folate can lead to atherosclerosis. For understanding this, you must know something about homocysteine. Now, protein breakdown in our body produces amino acids. In all, there are 20 types of amino acids and homocysteine is one of them. In normal scenario, homocysteine is further metabolized and inactivated by B12 and folate. So, if vitamin B12 and folate are deficient in our body, homocysteine metabolism will not occur. This will lead to building up of homocysteine levels in the blood. This homocysteine will then provoke plaque formation in the vessel wall, leading to atherosclerosis, that is narrowing of the blood vessel due to plaque formation. This will then lead to heart attack. Now, if you are curious about the atherosclerosis and how it causes heart attack, I have explained it beautifully in one of my videos. Also, in that video, I have explained the superfoods which can prevent plaque formation as well as dissolve the plaques and hence prevent heart attacks. So, I'll share the link in the description box. Go and watch that video. It's very helpful. So now let's see what causes B12 and folate deficiencies. So the first is hereditary or genetic factor, that is diseases like atrophic gastritis, pernicious anemia, genetic mutations of MTHFR gene. Second factor is intestinal malabsorption diseases or surgeries which leads to malabsorption by small intestine, diseases like Crohn's disease, celiac disease, etc. Parasitic infections, alcohol abuse, pregnancy, immune diseases like Graves' disease or lupus, medicines like PPI or proton pump inhibitor, which are kind of antacids, then metformin, which is an anti-diabetic medicine, then anticonvulsant, methotrexate, sulfasalazine, etc., and poor dietary intake. So these are the basic causes which leads to folate and B12 deficiency. Now let's move on to how to identify whether we have these deficiencies. So first, see whether you have any of the above risk factors or any of the symptoms which I am going to tell you now. So first is extreme fatigue and tiredness. Second is mouth ulcer. Third, sore and red tongue with swelling. Fourth is growth problems. Fifth, peripheral neuropathy or nerve problems, nerve pain, etc. Sixth is muscle pain and fasciculations. Seventh is depression, confusion, low mood. 8 is poor memory, understanding and judgment. Now, if you have any of the risk factors which I mentioned or any of the symptoms which I just mentioned above, then you may do following lab test to confirm these deficiencies. These are CBC or complete blood count, which we also call hemogram, then vitamin B12 levels in serum, serum B9 level, which is folate level, and serum homocysteine level. Now, how can you cure these problems or this deficiency? Now, suppose your blood results confirm that you have B12 or B9 deficiency, you can start vitamin supplements right away. Meanwhile, start including food items which are rich in these vitamins. Let me enumerate some of these food items. First is dark green leaf vegetables, second bean, third peanuts, fourth sunflower seeds, fifth fresh fruits, sixth whole grains, seventh meat, poultry, fish and sea animals, dairy products, eighth fortified foods, 9 sprouts, and 10th almonds and walnuts. So these are all the food items which you can take which are rich source of vitamin B12 and folate. But while choosing supplements, you should keep these 3 points in mind always. The first one is oral versus injection. So you can choose either of them, both are equally effective, but if you have any stomach or intestinal absorption related problems, go with injectables. Second one, never take folic acid supplementation if you have vitamin B12 deficiency as well, as it may cause nerve damage. So first correct B12 deficiency and then correct folate problem, or take the supplement for both of them together. Third is vitamin B supplements need to be taken empty stomach or 2 hours after meal along with a glass of water to ensure faster absorption, as these are water soluble vitamins. Now let's move on to the second risk factor, which is vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. Now, how does vitamin D deficiency cause heart attack? Vitamin D function is to put calcium from blood to body cells wherever calcium is needed, like in bones, heart, beta cells of pancreas, etc. But in case of vitamin D deficiency, calcium that we take from food or supplement stays in blood, leading to vessel wall calcification, plaque formation, thereby causing increased blood pressure or hypertension. Also, since calcium doesn't goes into the heart muscles, it leads to poor contraction of heart, leading to heart failure. So this way, it not only causes heart attack but can also lead to heart failure as well. Vitamin D is found in very limited food items. It's mostly produced by our skin when sunlight falls on it. Nowadays, we spend very less time in open, like under the sun. Plus, the atmospheric pollution and sunscreen doesn't allow useful sun rays to fall on us. Hence, vitamin D deficiency is becoming very big problem. Now, what are the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency? Number 1, weak bones, as we all know, osteoporosis. Number 2, bones and muscles pain. Number 3, depression. Number 4, frequent illness and infections. Number 5, impaired wound healing. Number 6, weight gain. And there are many other factors or diseases or conditions which happens because of vitamin D deficiency. One of them, now you know, is heart attack. If you see any of these symptoms, you have to do your blood test immediately. That is serum vitamin D levels. If it comes less, you should start taking supplements. Supplements are very efficacious and they give very good results. So now we have understood vitamin B12, folate and vitamin D deficiencies are very important. They cause serious damage and hence we must never ignore them. If we are detected with these deficiencies, we should correct them immediately by taking supplements. Also, we should start taking dietary food items which can increase the vitamin B12 and folate and vitamin D levels in our blood. Now, before wrapping up this video, I want to specifically talk about vitamin B12 because vitamin B12 has many other functions in our body. It's very significant. It also helps in DNA and genetic material formation in our body. So it's very crucial for you to understand it in detail, the causes, the risk factors, the symptoms of B12 deficiencies, as well as the food items not only for non-vegetarians but also for vegans and vegetarians to fulfill their dietary requirement of vitamin B12 through food items. But all these things cannot be explained in this video. So I have made a separate video on vitamin B12. Everything is described in detail. I would suggest you to watch that video. I'll share the link in the description box. So I hope you have understood these vitamin deficiencies needs to be corrected immediately to prevent heart attack. With similar other interesting videos, we'll see each other again. Till then, bye.